What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. It is your diva and knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Cafe de Paris. Hope everybody's work day is going good so far. We don't have long to the weekend, so we're almost getting down there. We're getting down to the wire. So again, I want to thank all of you for stopping by to hang out with me, to dine and rock out with your girl, Lady Mocha, here at Mocha's Cafe de Paris. Now, as promised, for those of you who did not catch yesterday's content, I did a content for the ladies, and also the guys were there too. But I did do a content for the ladies about being careful with these guys that I consider to be builder bums, which is basically men who take advantage of women. And I'm not saying all men do it, but you do have some brothers out there who just have the tendency to take advantage of women. And the problem is, I cannot blame the men 100%, because the women, we put ourselves in the positions of easily being used and taken advantage of. So I'm not putting all the heat on the guys, because a lot of you women, y'all see the signs, y'all see the red flags, but desperation sets in. You want a man so bad, you go in full force, and you take chances, and you don't get to investigate these brothers. You don't get to learn about the man before you take him deep, before you get in bed with him, before you let him in your house, before you let him get comfortable with your children. You women, y'all don't be doing y'all research. So we're not going to blame these builder bums all on the men now, because as women, we have to hold ourselves accountable. When you're being stuck on stupid. So it's very important as Black women that we learn from our mistakes, and we don't keep repeating the same bad habits. Okay, what's up, Devin? Thank you for coming in. My girl, Classic Ruby, appreciate your love you so much. Helena, thank you for coming on in. And anybody else that's in the chat room, you can't chat because you're driving or you're on your lunch break. I understand. I welcome you and thank you for coming in. Now, as promised, I told all of you I was going to do a part 2, because I did content. Let me go and reflect back for those who did not catch yesterday's content. I did a content bums. And for those who don't know what build a bum is my own personal slang term that I came up with. Okay, so a lot of you probably don't know what the hell what a Build-A-Bum is. Basically, if any of you ever heard of the store called Build-A-Bear, I know we have one here at the mall. And Build-A-Bear is like when you get a bear and they give you accessories to dress up the bear. You can put clothes on the bear, you could put shoes on the bear, it's all kind of things you could put on the bear. You could basically make that bear be what you want that bear to be. And the problem is there are a lot of desperate black women in the community. I'm not saying all black women are doing this. If it does not apply, you don't have to reply, let it fly. But if you ain't doing it, we all got a homegirl that's doing it. We all got a sister that's doing it. We all know that female on the job that's doing it. We all know that one sister that just think she can get a man, pick him up out of nowhere and make him her full-time project. You know, she wants to work on him. She wants to try to change him. She thinks she can make him be something he's not qualified to be. You know, we all know sisters that be doing stuff like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So basically, when when you put yourself in a position as a woman and you pick up a man that comes from nothing and you try to make him something, basically you are creating a Build-A-Bum. And when you pick up these type of dudes, what ends up happening is while you thinking you're winning, you end up actually losing because you cannot change somebody. Some people just too far gone, and some people just don't have the mentality to be able to change a man. And as a grown woman, you should not make it your job to try to change a man. Okay, that because my thing is we don't have time to be raising other people's sons. Once a man hits 30, really, once he's 35 and over, there's no changing. His mindset is pretty much programmed. No different than you can't change a black woman's mind once she hits the age of 30. Even more so, I'll say with black women, even more so when they're younger. I'll say with a black woman when she's maybe 25, you can't even change her mind at 25 because these young black females think they know everything and they think they know so much. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you know, that was what the topic was yesterday. For those of you who did not catch it, because if you did not view yesterday's content, this part two is not going to make any sense to you. It's not going to register. But that's what a Build-A-Bum is. You know, basically a woman tries to pick up a man from nothing and make him a project, tries to change him and things of that nature. And basically these are the kind of men, they prey on desperate single women. Okay, they don't prey on smart single women, they prey on dumb single women. There's a difference. Okay, so I'm not saying all single women are doing this, but you know who you are. So anyway, I'm going to go right on into this content because I did the part one yesterday, and as I said, I promised that I would do part two on how to avoid getting caught up with a Build-A-Bum. Okay, so as women, it come a point to where we have to use our own brain, we have to use our common sense. We cannot blame these men every time they fail us or they fall short, because again, a lot of y'all are not making wise decisions with the type of men that you are choosing. And it's very easy to blame every man you meet. This one didn't have money, this one ain't had this one ain't had that. My thing is, if you keep picking up men that are no good, then something is wrong with you. You can't keep picking up no good guys and then it's something wrong with every man that you meet. It doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, moderators, make sure y'all get on the job if y'all are here, because we have somebody in here trying to be reckless. We have a troller. I'm going to go ahead and put him a time out because we don't bring negative energy to the chat room. Let me see. Put user in time out and hide user on this channel. Yep. So it's all good. Okay. So anyway, moving right along. That's why it's very important for you women. Y'all have to take accountability and stop picking up guys that you know are going to bring you more trouble than good. Because again, we can't blame all of these men every time we make bad decisions, every time we make poor choices. We cannot keep sitting up here blaming these men. If you don't change your strategy and if you don't change your way of thinking, you're going to keep falling into the same trap. Everyone forgets Captain Save a Hole. The captains can be a male or female, and a hopeless ain't shit person. Exactly, Ruby. Exactly. And women need to stop picking up these men who are not already man-made, meaning that you have men out there who already are well established. You got men out there, they ain't trying to make a living off of living off a woman. Because again, any real man that has any pride, he has high self-esteem, he's not going to put himself in a position to where a woman has to take care of him. He's not going to put himself in a position to where a woman has to help build him. A real man is already going to be a built made man. Okay, so basically when he comes to you, he's not coming to you as as somebody who needs help. Basically, he could be of help to you, but at the same time, you cannot be one of those women. You want a man to do everything while you sit around and just look cute and pretty. You have to be able to bring something to the table as well, you know, so we cannot just put everything on these men. So anyway, I'm going to go to my tips. Tip number 1 on how to avoid builder bumps. Stop looking for a quick substitute father. The reason I state this is because some of you single mothers, not all. If it does not apply, you don't have to reply. Let it fly. But some of you single mothers, y'all are so overwhelmed with the responsibilities of having to be the parent that does all of the caring and providing when it comes to the children. So I can definitely say I understand. I was raised from a single mother. I saw what my mom went through. It is not easy when you have to wear 2 hats, when you got to be mama and you got to be daddy. And some women have put themselves in that position by being irresponsible, or either some women tried to be slick and trap somebody because they want a child support check, whatever the reasons were. Some women are single mothers because they put themselves in that predicament, and some women are single mothers because they just didn't have a choice. The man didn't want to step up, or the father of the child died, or he's in prison or something like that. You know, things in life happens, you know. But the truth of the matter is, single women or single mothers, let me correct that, because there's a difference between single women and single mothers. Single women don't have kids. Single mothers are single with children. Now, you single mothers are usually the most vulnerable, because what happens is when guilt sets in, and you know you have kids from men who really are not helping you, who are really not supportive of you, and you're the one left holding the bag, it's very easy to get caught up in the fact if a man comes along and he acts like he wants to be with you, and he acts like he's very nice to your kids. So you're thinking that, okay, this is possible. I could possibly have a relationship with this guy. What's up, Rep? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's easy for single mothers. Y'all are the ones that can easily become prey to these builder bums, because just because a man comes around and he's nice to you and he's nice to your kids, that does not mean he's the ideal man. Okay, but what happens is a lot of single mothers, and the reason why y'all be hearing all these stories on the news and on YouTube, notice you hear all these stories about these women that take a chance to let these men move in their homes. They leave their kids with these men while they work on all of this, and next thing you notice, the mother screaming and crying, and she don't know why her boyfriend hurt her daughter, molested her daughter. She don't know why her boyfriend hurt her son. It's a lot of women who have lost their children through death, or either their children got injured because the mama thought she could trust the man to move in with her and her children just because he seemed like a nice guy. And that's not wise. That is not smart that women are doing that, you know. So again, a lot of this comes from the fact women, single mothers, feel guilty that their kids don't have their fathers, and for whatever reason, the fathers are not involved. Whether if the mom a pain in the ass, or whether she just don't get along with the father of the kids, or maybe the fathers are just bum ass dudes, or whatever the case may be. The truth of the matter is, when women feel guilty, they will try to find an instant substitute dad. I've seen women do this all too often. Just because a guy acts nice and he buys the kids a pizza, she wants to go ahead and allow her kids to feel comfortable with calling this man who don't know her children, who don't really know her kids or know her well enough. She gets her kids comfortable, and she allows her kids to see this man as her father, as their dad. So single mothers need to stop being desperate just because a man is nice and you want to hurry up and put together that family, and you want to build this family because you want your kids to have a daddy. You don't want to have to single parent by yourself. You want a man to be there to help you pick up the pieces and help you be a father to your children. You got to be very wise. You got to be careful with doing that. What's up, James Harvey? Good to see you. Yeah, I know it's super cold. It's cold here in Savannah. I think we're probably, I don't know, we're now 50s, 60s, something like that. But yeah, it's pretty chilly here. Absolutely. Yeah. So again, this is one way to avoid women picking up builder bums. Stop looking for a quick replacement daddy just because your kids' fathers are not in their lives, or because you don't get along with your children's fathers, you don't have a relationship with them. Don't think that you can just pick up any man off the street and get him to take the place of being a father to your children, all because you want to prove a point, all because you don't want to deal with your own responsibilities that you created. Yeah, okay, Devin, my weather is pretty much the same as yours. So that's the first thing, because too many women are doing that stupid mess. And that's how come y'all children be getting hurt, or your children get caught up in situations, because y'all are getting way too comfortable. Y'all are moving these dudes in y'all house, in y'all home, in y'all apartment. Y'all don't know these dudes well enough to be moving these men in your homes, okay? So the second thing is, this is another reason that women need to avoid builder bums. What's up, Shar? The second thing is, you just came out of a bad relationship. I do not understand why women, as soon as you got out of a bad relationship, why are you already in another man's face? Why are you already looking for another man? And you haven't got past the last one that disrespected you or did you in. I think that's the dumbest thing any woman could do. If you were in a bad relationship, you don't get over a man by trying to get up under another one. It doesn't work that way. What you need to do is you need to give yourself time to heal. Because what happens is, when you just got out of a bad relationship, and depending on how bad that guy treated you, it's not going to take much for the next man to look like a prize in your eyes. It's not going to take much. It is not going to take much for him to look like a prize in your eyes, because again, you are still in pain from your last relationship. You didn't get over what the last guy did to you. Maybe he cheated on you. Maybe he was physically abusive. Maybe he didn't take care of the kids. Whatever the case was, women, when you are vulnerable and you are hurt, you don't need to jump into the next relationship, because that is when you make the worst decisions. You don't make the good decisions when you are still hurting and when you are still healing. It's common sense. You don't need to jump into the next relationship until you mentally and spiritually get yourself together. Okay? But a lot of women, not all, if it does not apply, you have to reply. I've seen some women do it because the last relationship didn't work out. The first man that smiles in their face, they quit to get into the next relationship. I'm like, sis, wait a minute. Especially if they know their ex has moved on and their man has a new woman, they will grab another man in a heartbeat, because they call themselves trying to spite their ex-husband or spite their ex-boyfriend or ex-baby or baby daddy or whatever. A lot of women will move on just so they can spite their ex and not realize that, once a man has made up his mind and he wants to move on, he's not going to be in his feelings about the next dude that gets with you. He's not going to care less. What's up, Uptown? Appreciate you for coming in. It's not, a man is not going to care less. I've seen too many women who play themselves. Okay, you got your new wife. You got your new girlfriend. I'm going to go get me a new man too. They get the next man that shows up like right away. All because you want to prove a point to your baby daddy or your ex-husband. I can get me a man too. And because you did not take your time, you did not get to know this man, you jumped into a relationship quick because you want to get back at your ex. Now the joke is on you. You finding out all kind of stuff about this dude. You finding out how trifling he is, how no good he is. But you know what happens to a lot of us as ladies? Let me tell you what happens. When women move on to the next dude because they want to prove a point to the ex dude, what happens is, even when the new man is no good, she's going to still deal with his bull crap because she doesn't want to make it look like to the ex-man that she's failing and can't keep a man. So you have a lot of women that are in toxic or bad relationships because they don't want their ex-husband or baby daddy or ex-boyfriend. They don't want it to look like they can't keep a man. They don't want to look like failures. So it's a lot of females who will stay in bad relationships just to protect their freaking image. And that is the most stupidest thing you could do because it don't matter who you think you are impressing on the outside. In the inside, boo, you are miserable. You are miserable because it's hard to keep up a front when somebody is dogging you and not treating you right. And a lot of women will do that crap. If you are a woman that's in that situation, you with a man right now who you know is not doing you right. You know he's doing you wrong. He's mistreating you. He's physically, emotionally abusing you. And you holding on to him because you don't want your ex to look at you sideways like, oh, she can't keep nobody. That's the stupidest excuse for a woman to stay in a bad relationship. And I've seen I've seen it 1,000 times, y'all. Ladies, y'all need to get out of that mess. You need to stop trying to impress your ex. Stop trying to impress whoever it is who you trying to keep on a strong face with it. You know, it's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, this ain't working out. It didn't work out. I had to get rid of him. He was being disrespectful. He was being mean to me. There's nothing wrong with letting go of a toxic ass relationship, ladies. Don't be holding on because you want to keep up a front. Helena says no women should be out there on her own without protection, even if she's a single mother. There should be community people around her, family, church, folks to help her filter these bad men. Absolutely, Helena. Absolutely. But at the same time, she has to be one of those women that are willing to be open to people being there for her and telling her, no, sis, you don't need to date this kind of man. No, sis, you don't need to pick up this kind of man. But some of these women are so desperate and so hard-headed, they don't want to listen to what nobody has to say. They're going to get them a man by any means necessary, you know? So again, that woman has to be woman enough to allow other people to walk her and coach her through that. Okay, now, this is the next tip. This is the next thing on how women need to avoid build-a-bums. Be clear on your independence. Be clear. Let me tell y'all what I mean by this. It's a lot of females who like to always acknowledge their independence. I'm independent. I don't need no man. I can pay my bills. I can do this. I can do that. I got my own car. I got my own house. I got this. I got that. Most of men are kind of bad. I agree with that, Devin. We always want to scream our independence to the top of the roof. We want to let everybody know how independent we are. But when you get a build-a-bum who loves the fact that you are independent because you have preached it to him so many times, guess what? Some of these got men, these build-a-bums, not men, these build-a-bums, they will use your independency to their advantage. Because you got some men that are like this. Oh, I'm glad you got your own car. I'm glad you got your own house. I'm glad you pay your own bills. Guess what? The more you can do for yourself, then shit, that's the less I got to damn do. You got some build-a-bums, not real men, but you got some build-a-bums, they look at it like that. They want a woman that's independent. They want you to have your own car. You know why? So they can drive your car. They want you to have your own house. You know why? So they can live in your house. They want you to have your own job and pay your own bills. You know why? Because that gives them an advantage in not having to pay your bills and not having to do anything. I've seen a lot of black women who have pulled that stunt. And to only turn around and put their own foot in their own ass because they realize that they bit off more than they could chew. Absolutely, Uptown. His mission becomes to destroy you. Absolutely. So if you want to go around here and do that independent woman, hear me roar speech, then guess what? It's a brother, it's a build-a-bum, not a real brother, because real men, they don't want no woman taking care of them. because they already know if they put themselves in a position to a woman taking care of them, that woman is going to abuse her authority and treat him like the simp that he is. So a real man is not going to allow a woman to take care of him, period, point blank. But these builder bums, they don't have no shame. They're not embarrassed that a woman is taking care of them. Some of these guys don't have no pride. They don't feel bad. They will drive your goddamn car, burn your gas out while you the one working, paying all the bills. I've seen so many women at my old job, these thug dudes or these builder bums dropping them off in their car, and only for this man to come up late and pick her up in her car late. Like, for real. Rep says this is why I stay away from the type of women I almost married one. So independent and insecure. Absolutely, Rep. And some of these women, Rep, a lot of them use their independency to overshadow their insecurities. They figure as long as I tell a man I got this, I got that, I got that, that's not making them insecure. But in actuality, the more a woman has to keep validating her independency, the more insecure she is. Because if I know if I know in my mind I'm strong and independent, I ain't got to keep acknowledging it. I ain't got to keep going around bragging and telling people I'm independent. I know I'm independent. You ain't got to brag about you independent. A man will see that based on how you carry yourself. So if you got to keep acknowledging you independent, there's somewhere you're not independent, or either you're insecure. You're one or the other. What's up, Rice? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, he's looking for his Jezebel. Absolutely. Because we got some men out there that are users like women. We need to stop acting like being a user is just a black woman problem, or being a user is just a black man problem. You got users on all levels. You got some no good ass men and you got some no good ass women. A user is a user. Okay? So that's just the bottom line. Don't scream, don't keep acknowledging your independence. And then as soon as you want a bill paid, you getting tired, because women who like to acknowledge all of this independence. The thing is, don't acknowledge it. And then when times get hard or when times get rough, you want the man to now step up and be a man. No, ladies, once you set a tone a certain way, if that's how you started it, that's how you're gonna have to finish it. Don't be sitting up here bragging about I'm independent, I can pay my own bills, I got my own house, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've always been independent, but I've never been so damn independent to the point I didn't want a man to help me. I'm not a Power Ranger. I'm not a Power Ranger ass woman. I'm not a Power Ranger broad. I'm not. Okay, I don't have a problem admitting that I am weak in some areas, and that's where I want my man to be strong in it for me. I don't have it all together. I'm not one of them sisters that act like I got so much together that I could do it all by myself. I'm sure I can, but guess what? I don't want to. Because when you set that tone, ladies, and it gets hard, it gets rough, now you having an attitude. And I'm gonna tell you something, that's why a lot of these black women, a lot of y'all got attitudes. What's up, Metamorphosis? Because you done sat there, you lied. You lied. You lied and told this man, I'm independent, I don't need no man. That's bull crap. I don't care if you is independent. You still, I'm not saying you got to have a man, you can't survive without a man, but y'all, the same ones who be preaching that mess, when they back is up against the wall and your bills are piling up on you, your car in the front yard broke down, this builder bum is laying on your sofa knowing you need a new tire for your car, and he won't even get up and change your tire. You know why? Because you done preached how independent you are. That is why. So be careful, ladies, when you go slinging around that independent word, because guess what? While you sitting there struggling, he's not going to feel bad. And I can't blame him, because you was the one who preached all this independency mess. I'm independent. All right, if you independent and that car broke down, you need him to change that tire. Which one is it? Are you independent, or are you still independent, but you still want a man to have a purpose in your life? You can't have it all. You can't sit up here and scream how independent you are, but when you have too many bills, now you looking at him. You holding out your hand to him. Because a lot of women, some women, not all, if it does not apply, you don't have to reply. Some women will sit up there and tell a man that, lie to him and tell him, I don't need nobody. I can do it by myself. I got everything under control. And then now you need his help. He don't know how to help you because you've been doing it by yourself all this time. And now it's breaking you down because when you have another grown man living off of you, it's almost like supporting another child. It becomes another payment because he's not contributing. And we all know that one person who has a sister. We all know that sister. We all know that cousin. We all around here complaining and got a grown man stand with them. I don't know about y'all, but I have a problem with a woman who walks around here complaining about her bills behind, her car note behind, her light bill, her water bill behind, but you got a grown ass man that's living with you. What is going on? You don't need to be calling your brother. How you calling your brother? How you calling other grown men to help you with your bills and you got a grown man living with you? How you call, you not embarrassed that you got to call your mama, you got to call your sister, you got to call your single friends, you got to call other people to help you with your bills, and this man is living there under your roof. I have no respect for women that do that crap. Rep says, I tell women all the time, I can care less about your degree, so-called car house, and what do you have to offer me spiritually? Absolutely, Rep. You know why? Because you're already well established. So what a woman has to offer you is not a bit of a big deal to you because you're already well equipped. But when it comes to these builder bums, guess what? They love independent. A builder bum loves an independent woman. He will lay right on your sofa till a dent get in it and wear out Netflix all day long. So be careful slinging that independent word around. But then when you need help with the bills, this dude, he got an attitude. He has an attitude because he's so used to you doing everything. Ruby says, facts. If shit hits the fan, you should be able to handle, figure out every damn thing. Your life goal should not be to have to and strive to do every damn thing. Absolutely. I don't care if as a woman you can do it by yourself. If you got a man staying with you, you should not have to. What's up, Craig? You know I'm telling the truth. Raw, no condom. Exactly. Ruby says men and women are literally made to be different but complementary, and she thinks she's showing strength. Exactly, Ruby. Very good point. A lot of women think what's up, underrated darkness. A lot of women think they're showing strength because they're preaching to the choir how independent they are. And now that you tired, you worn out, the bills are overloaded, you know, the burdens are becoming a bit too much. Now you asking Leroy when he gonna get a job. And Leroy been telling you the same excuse every year. I'm looking for work. I ain't found none yet. He ain't looking for no job. He looking at Netflix. That's what he looking at. Because you took a chance, sis, and you moved this man in on you instead of allowing him to get himself established before he came to you. It's your fault. And I'm tired of these sisters around here blaming these men for their dumbass decisions when a lot of y'all keep taking on brothers out of desperation. It don't be these men's fault. He ain't just get up in your house because he barged in there. You let him in there. You gave him the key. You let him in your house. So don't be going around here telling everybody the part that you want them to feel sorry for you for. He using me. He taking advantage of me. He getting over on me. Boo, you put yourself in that position. You did that to you. You made that happen. If he's using you and taking advantage of you, that's your fault. He's not looking at he's not looking for no job. He's looking at Netflix. That's what I'm saying. Darkness says, facts all the way. I willing to work with the woman, but at times they don't. But the lazy man give away. Absolutely, absolutely. Because again, she allowed him to come on her turf, knowing his shit wasn't straight like that. You know what I mean? You know, you take a chance. What's up, EE? I won in a billion. Thank you for coming in, Priest Brooklyn. What's up? Thanks to everybody that's in the chat room. For real. That's what I'm saying. T193U. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Ruby says having children by someone that you are already being a wife, husband, and mother. Exactly. It's like it's the old saying, why buy a cow? Why buy the milk when you already got the cow? You know what I mean? What's up, Metamorphosis? And it's going to be even harder now. What's up, Calvin? It's going to be even harder now that these broads ain't getting those stamps next month. Oh, build the bums are definitely going to be on the rise now. A build a bum, they could easily get into these women houses come next month, because these women going to be so desperate. They're going to take a chance to move a man in their house, knowing he ain't got no job, knowing he can't provide. But a lot of some of these women, out of desperation, what they do is they let these dudes move in their house and hope he get his stuff together. They don't be smart and let him get his stuff together first. They will move him in and hope he get it right, which is stupid. That's the dumbest thing you could do. You know what I mean? Yeah, we just have to be wise. Again, I'm schooling these sisters for everybody who's coming in on how to avoid builder bums. A builder bum, for those of y'all who don't know what the term is basically a dude that lacks masculine qualities other than his penis, and she basically thinks she has the power to build him into the man she wants to build him into. And she can't. You cannot build a man that's not already built. What's up, Art? Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. You can't build a man that ain't already built. That's not your job. You cannot raise a grown man. You can't do it. But what it is, a lot of these women know they can't run game on these real men. So they have to resort to the builder bum, because you're not going to approach a real man that got his stuff together and be like, oh, you can move in with me and my kids. A real man going to be like, oh, hell no. Nah. A real man not going to put himself in a position where a woman got to take care of him, because he has too much pride. You know, he has too much pride. His ego not going to allow him to put himself at the mercy of another woman taking care of him. It's not going to happen. Exactly. And you're right, priest. That's how it come, these child molesters, all of them are preying on these single moms, because again, they're being desperate. They're letting these men move in. They're not giving it a first or second thought, because you end up paying one way or another. Very true, Rep. Very true. You stating some facts. Please no, it's confusing with these ninjas. I think most women are confused because we feel like real love comes with no condition, judgment, and expectations. Hollywood and feminism. Absolutely, Helena. Absolutely. And I'm going to do a topic on that one day. I'm glad you actually brought that up, about how Hollywood has really set women up for delusions. I really think that's a really good point that you made. And I'm definitely going to address that. I'll probably do a topic on that, and get with Ruby, maybe. Yeah, because I think that makes good content. That's actually really good feedback that you gave me. Okay, now this is the fourth reason why you need to avoid builder bums. Let me run back down the reasons that I told y'all. The first thing I said was to avoid the builder bum, stop looking for quick substitute fathers. In other words, you single moms, because y'all are tired of doing it by yourself, because y'all are getting overwhelmed and exhausted trying to be mom and daddy, stop moving a man in your house because you want a quick substitute daddy, because you want that idea of having a family, because you don't want to do it by yourself. It's not a good idea. So make sure y'all don't stop looking for quick substitute daddies to father your children. The other thing I said was, if you just came out of a bad relationship, don't go looking for no man. Give yourself time to heal, sis. Get past the hurt, sis, because you're too vulnerable right now. Right now, you can't see the fog from the smoke. Do not get another man until you get over the last one you was with, okay? Like the third reason I said, be clear on your independence. Don't keep acknowledging how independent you are, but then when you need some help, now you want the man to step up. It's not going to work that way. Hey, what's up? A view is a view. It's good to see you. Yeah, classic Ruby. Yeah, I'm gonna email you so we can see about that. I think that'd be a really good topic. Exactly. Underrated says, I live by myself, but I don't want no lazy woman. Absolutely. No, you should not want to. And it goes both ways around. A woman shouldn't want a lazy ass man living off of her, and a man shouldn't want a lazy ass woman living off of him. It goes both ways around because everybody knows part of being an adult means having a goddamn job. That's part of being an adult, okay? You know, that's that. You can't live off of somebody and not help them, because you're just going to become a burden. What's up, Anthony? I know everybody is cold. It's in the 60s here. I done turned on heaters in my house. I mean, I didn't even want to get out of my bed this morning. It is cold, y'all. And then my husband, he's a roofer. He works out there in the cold, so you can imagine what he's going through right now. So big ups to all of the guys out here who works outdoors. I commend y'all that y'all are working out here in this cold, providing for y'all families, taking care of your kids, taking care of your wives. I really commend you men that are out here in the cold working your ass off and taking care of your kids. And same thing for you ladies, because I know some of you ladies, y'all work outdoors too. Now, this is the fourth reason. Be realistic with your standards. Now, some of us as Black women, y'all are very delusional with y'all standards. And I'ma just be frank. I hate to ride y'all like that, but I'm not doing y'all any justice by lying to you. Okay? Priest says women are the best investment. If she sees you make a move, she'll follow swoop. You're absolutely right, Priest. I agree with that 1,000%. That's very, very true. Good point. As I stated, women, y'all got to be realistic with your expectations. In other words, you can't have 9 kids and you want a man that don't have children. No, boo-boo. No, 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 no. No, ma'am. You can't have a job, but you want to marry a lawyer or an attorney. No, ma'am. That dog ain't gonna hunt. You can't have all of these expectations for things you cannot even fulfill. Some of us are reaching too high. You got to bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down just a little, bring it down a little, because some of y'all reaching a little too goddamn high. You don't even have a high school diploma, but you want a man that graduated from Harvard. I don't care what y'all see in these Tyler Perry movies. Ain't no such thing as this knight in shining armor that's going to pick you up from the goddamn projects. I'm just saying. I'm not saying because you live in the projects, you shouldn't be able to have the best. I'm just saying, have realistic expectations. You can't have your credit taught from the floor up, but his credit got to be 800 or more. How you want somebody to measure up to something that you can't even measure up to? I know it hurts. I know it hurts. I know I'm stepping on some toes. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm serious, ladies. Stop looking for something you cannot produce yourself. Sorry. Not sorry. If you don't got it, you don't need to be looking for it. Unless you get lucky and you willing to meet a knight in shining armor, but hell, that's willing to take you on, take all your 8, 9 kids on. But that's like hitting the goddamn what they call it, got the Powerball. The odds are going to be very, very slim. You might get lucky and meet a man that's going to take all your baggage, but sis, that's like striking the Powerball. That's like the Mega Million. It's going to be very slim. I'm going to be frank. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Pause. Pump the brakes. No, Metamorphics did not just say that. He said, I'm not taking care of another man's orgasm. I'm done. I'm totally done. That comment has really knocked me to the floor. Every time I think I heard it all, you men come up with the craziest. You right. You right. You absolutely right. But that just blowed me on that one. That is the comment of the day. Metamorphosis has won the comment of the day. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to call somebody and tell them that one. I can't. I'm not taking care of somebody else's orgasms. I'm gonna have to use that one, metamorphosis. That's a good one. That's a real good one. That I mean, but it's truth in what you said. It's truth in what you said, and it goes both ways around. The woman shouldn't have to deal with a man who got 8, 9 baby mamas and help him take care of all his orgasms. I get it. I totally get it. Nobody should have to take care of somebody else's baggage that they have created, especially when it's a lot of baggage. So I get it. And yes, Jubilee, there are exceptions. If you became a widow, your husband, your wife died or something, but you were married, then that's a different story. Yeah, I'm talking about these women and these men that are just straight irresponsible, going around producing all of these babies, got all these baby mamas, got all these baby daddies. It's one thing if something happened, but if you were just intentionally irresponsible and neglectful, then no, you don't get the same type of empathy anybody else does. So yeah, I agree with you, Jubilee, on that one. Because I know some women who are single mothers, and they're not single mothers because they was irresponsible or negligent. The father died, or the father got incarcerated, or something happened. So it's, of course, it's an exception to rules. Um, Exactly, Rep. Exactly. How should make you take care of you if you are only feminine agreeable company, but no, you're a strong, hard-headed, independent, hardened. Exactly. Some independent women, we're just way too hardened. We're way too hardened. And if a man has to feel needed, a man has to have a purpose. If you want to do it all, you want to be the man and a woman, then guess what? So be it. You can't have it both ways, ladies. Now, this is so again, I know I'm digressing, but again, as women, you have to be careful with your standards. Don't be reaching high, and you cannot produce. You cannot do that. And underrated doctors, you have every right to be choosy. And I don't understand why women get offended if a man says, I don't want a woman with children. Why do we as black women, because we have kids, we get offended when another man says, I don't want a woman with kids? There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with the man saying, I don't want to date a woman with kids. Women with children, you cannot get offended by that. You cannot get in your feelings. My thing is, I respect a man that would tell a woman, I don't want to date you because you have kids, versus one lying to you and telling you he don't mind being with your kids. You get comfortable with this dude, you move him in your house, you let your kids be by yourself with him, and he hurts your children. So women, what do you want? You want a man that's going to be honest and tell you something you might not want to hear, or a man that's going to lie to you and tell you what you want to hear just so they can get close to you and destroy your life? You can't have it both ways. I respect a man's honesty. If a man tells me I don't like black women, I can respect that. Thank you for telling me. Don't pretend you like me to get in close with me so you can use me and take advantage of me. I think it's a good thing if a man tells you up front, I'm not interested in you. I'm not attracted to you. You got too many kids. You a black woman. I don't do black women. I date women outside of my race. Why am I gonna get mad with that? No, I'm gonna get mad if you lie to me and make me seem like you into me and you want to be with me, and then I'm finding out you using me. That's when I'm gonna get mad. I don't get mad at another man's preference. It's childish and it's petty. Most of us don't want baggage and heavy past in our partners anyway. Absolutely, Helena. Absolutely. And exactly. And black men can't get upset if a black woman says, I want to date brothers outside of my race. If a black woman says, I want to date brothers outside of my race, he's automatically going to say, she just a witch. She just a bitch. So something got to be wrong with a black woman, or either she a hoe. She done had all kind of black men run through her. That's why she only went to date outside of her race. No, every grown man, every grown woman has a right to decide who they want to be with, and it is not your business to get mad because they got a preference. I don't care if a man, he doesn't want to date me or whatever because he don't like black. So what? So what? It's black men who do want to date black women. I will deal with a black man who wants to date black women. Okay? It's as simple as that. I don't have time to go on these men channels and challenge them and argue with them and fight with them. Oh, why y'all talking bad about black women? Oh, why y'all got so much against black women? They don't know me personally. So why am I going to get offended with these brothers that have an opinion about us as black women? That is their opinion. I don't care. I do not care what another brother has to say about all black women. I know I don't fit that category. I know I'm not a statistic. I know I don't have 3, 4, 5 baby daddies. I know I've been with my same husband for 19 years. I know I'm educated. I know who I am. I don't have to go on these guys' channels and argue with them. Why y'all always talk about black women? So what? That's his channel. Let him do him. If you got a problem with what he got to say about black women, guess what? Start your own channel so you can talk about what you want to talk about. I don't have time for it. I don't have time to go toe to toe to toe with every black man. I got a problem with a black woman. You know what I mean? So what if they're up here talking about hair-hatted hoes and this and that? You know who you are. You know who you are. You have a man at home who loves you for who you are, or a man who appreciates you for who you are. Who gives a damn about another person's opinion? And the same thing with you black men. So what if a black woman wants to do her channel on all black men ain't this or all black men ain't that? You know what kind of man you are. So what? It is not our job to change somebody else's mind. If they want to be narrow-minded and they want to be prejudiced and believe in what they want to believe in, then guess what? That's how you miss out on your blessings. Exactly. And it don't matter. And to me, you know what, priest, I don't worry about stuff like that, because a lot of them, when they get with these Beckys, and these Beckys turn them out or they piss them off. A woman is a woman. Don't matter if she black or white. You piss a woman off, she gonna find a way to burn you. I don't care if she a black woman. I don't care if she a white woman. I don't care if she a Latino woman. A woman is a woman. You can't not just say only black women are out to get you. You got some Beckys, they out to get you. You piss Becky off, you better ask Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. He was married to his white wife for every bit of 14, 15 years, and she was screwing rapper Future, who already got 8, 9 baby mamas. She messing with him and all kind of. Y'all better stop learning and stop allowing y'all prejudice ways of thinking to get y'all caught up. At the end of the day, it's all about if they're a good man or a good woman. Skin color has nothing to do with it. You got some good black women out there. You got some good white women out there. You got some good black men out there. You got some good white men out there. It's all about that person's heart and the type of spirit they carry. Later, for all these damn prejudices about all black women, no, it's the black women you kept choosing that ain't no good. All black men, no, sis, it's the black men you keep choosing. Don't go around here pinning out on every black man because Pookie and JJ disappointed you. That's who you chose. Y'all want to build prejudices based on your own dumbass decisions that y'all made back in the day. Don't be taking that out on everybody. Let me tell you, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with all the black women in your life that scorned you, burned you, and used you. Don't go hating me because I'm just so happen to be a woman with black skin. You want to size me up and put me in the same box with all the black women you done been with. I ain't got nothing to do with what them other black women did to you, bro. Keep that negative energy over there. And same thing with these black women who do all these panels dragging all black men through the mud because you kept choosing different baby daddies. And you kept making poor ass decisions. You want to sit up here and school all black women about the suckers you've been dating. Sis, take your negative energy, take your bitterness, keep all your bitterness over there. Don't bring it to these YouTube streets. Stop poisoning other people with your negative bullshit. And I'm just being frank. Nobody wants to hear it. I'm tired of these black men and black women that are tearing down each other, all because they keep choosing stupid ass people to be with. Stop taking it out on everybody else. Okay, you want to create these panels that want to talk bad about the opposite sex. It is tiresome. And this is why black men and black women, we cannot learn nothing from one another because we're too busy bashing each other. We want our panels to only be for the men, or we only want all of our panels to be for the women. How are we growing? How are we learning? If you only allow men to your channel, how are the women gonna learn and you only allow men in your channel? How are men gonna learn if you're a black woman and you only allow black women to your channel? It does not make any sense to me. I don't understand why people create these contents that's specifically for one gender. How you as a black man gonna sit up there and coach all these other black men about black women and you don't have not one sister on your panel to give you some type of clarity and understanding? How is that? How you a black woman and you have all these black women in your chat room, you talking bad about black men, and you don't have not one brother on your panel to give his opinion, to give you some kind of clarity, to make you look at things different. You know why? Because a lot of us, we want to be stuck in our negative way of thinking. We are comfortable with being bitter. We are comfortable with being hostile. Me, I don't go to a channel where it's just all about men or a channel where it's all about women because I cannot learn from you. I'm not about to go to another woman's channel and she talk bad about black men all day. You don't have a brother on your channel where I can hear his point. I can get some perspective. Why am I going to go in a room full of men? I'm not going to a man's channel full of men and he's dragging black women through the mud. And as a black woman, I can't even sit in your chat room and give an opinion without you kicking me out. All because I got different opinion. Now it's different if I'm being disrespectful. Now there's a difference. Just because somebody has a different opinion, it does not mean that they are being disrespectful. If I say I don't see it that way, that don't mean I'm trying to challenge you as a man. I'm just sharing my opinion. That don't mean I'm trying to make my opinion more right than yours or whatever the case is. What's up, 𝐜𝐡𝐚'𝐬? Thank you for coming in. Black people, we are losing our focus. The problem with the YouTube streets is the problem with these black male content creators and these black women content creators. Everybody wants to be right. Nobody wants to educate. Everybody just wants to be right. That's the problem that we have. That's the problem that we have. Nobody wants to learn. Black men and black women, is too much egos in the black community. Black men don't want to hear nothing another black woman has to say. And that's why he's going to stay negative in his thoughts and in his beliefs because he done made up in his mind. Your opinion is nothing to me. You deal with somebody with that type of mentality, you're not going to grow if you want to stay bitter and angry with the opposite sex because that's what makes you comfortable. And that's the same thing with women. A woman, a black woman who does not want to hear nothing a black man has to say, she's going to stay bitter for the rest of her life because believe it or not, that's how your mind and your mentality expands is when you communicate with different people from different walks of life. Think about it. I'm a black woman and I'm only listening to black women who talk bad about black men. How am I going to learn anything? How am I going to learn anything if I'm listening to a lot of other black crackling hens bad mouthing black men all day? You know what that's going to do? That's just going to contaminate my insight about black men. It's just going to make it worse. It's going to make me even more resentful towards black men if I'm up here listening to another black woman talk reckless about black men all day. all that's going to do is taint me and pollute me even more. We have to listen to each other and build on it. And don't mind to be wrong, but again, let's be together and straighten it all out. Exactly, underrated darkness. You already summed it up. That is what I'm saying. Black women and black men, we're supposed to be building one another in these YouTube streets. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be building each other. But the problem is we have used our platforms to destroy one another. We're not building, we're not learning. We're more concerned with views, we're more concerned with donations, and we don't mind stepping on each other's toes if it's going to get us views and donations. And this is the reason why we cannot grow and we cannot get ahead, because we're stagnant in our thinking. But the next few tips about these avoid builder bums, because I know I'm kind of digressing. The fifth thing is these women need to understand is grown man get his stuff together. Let a grown man get his stuff together before he moves in your turf. Do not pick up a man that's already down on his luck. Let him get his stuff together. A lot of you women are become so desperate. Y'all will let a man move in your home, know he don't have a job, and he will sit up here and lie and tell you, I'm gonna get my job by next week. Next thing you know, it's going on 2 months, he ain't got a job. So don't let a man get himself together on you. He needs to already have himself together before you bring him on board. And that was point number 5. Point number 6, check his criminal record and make sure he's not a registered sex offender. A lot of you women are messing up because y'all are picking these men up and bringing them into your house. And y'all don't understand that a single mother is a sexual predator's dream come true. Y'all need to stop being thirsty. Stop moving these men in your house, around your kids, all because he tells you he likes your kids. He may like your kids in a way that's not appropriate. What's up, Vintage Afro? This is why certain women that are kind of cool, I only deal with them in small deals because they're very bitter mindset when it comes to black. Exactly. And I'm telling you, black women, if you listen to other black women bash black men too much, I'm telling you, that stuff is going to contaminate you. It's going to really put you in your feelings. If you listen to that all day, that negative energy, it's contagious. It will make you feel some type of way. And the same thing for you men out here. If you listen to a brother talk bad about black women all day, he's going to poison you. I'm telling you. He's going to have you hating and resenting all types of black women who didn't even do nothing personally to you. And it's not a good look. So be careful, y'all, who you let in your ear holes. You know what I mean? So again, ladies, you have to do your research. Make sure they don't have a criminal record. Make sure they're not a registered sex offender, because registered sex offenders don't look like they are sex offenders. So you cannot go by looks. Next thing is 7. If you both have already made plans and you see that he is moving too slow, it might be time for you to make some moves and get rid of him. Okay? If you and him already sat down and discussed how much what y'all gonna do, okay? Y'all done made a time frame. Y'all done made plans set and solid. Okay, this is what we gonna do by this date. You see the date has passed and he's steady, like not working. He's not doing anything. It is time to get rid of him. Don't keep sitting up here there. Let him feed you with the same kind of lies. It's not worth it. Let's see what else. So you have to be, so if you see this guy is not living up to what he said, he's not following through with the things he said he was going to do, you better hurry up and get rid of him. And I'm going to tell you, it may be a challenge, because some people, once you move them in your home, it's hard to get rid of them. They don't let go easily. So that's why it's important that you know what you're dealing with, because it's easy to get somebody in your house and it's hard to get somebody out your house. I personally know some women who have done it. I know some women who have took a chance and moved men into their homes to only find out that the man didn't mean them no good. And then when they try to get rid of the dude, they scared to get rid of him because he done threatened her He done told her, you know, if I move out, I'm gonna report you to your Section A. I'm gonna report you. You got to be careful, ladies, when you move certain men in your house, because if you try to get rid of them and you want to put them out, he may give you hell. Especially if you don't move him in your Section A, you don't move him into your low income housing, he can report you. And guess what? They're going to believe exactly what he says. I've seen too many women do it before. What's up, my sister Sarah? Thank you for coming in, hon. Yeah, one of my friends is very bitter when it comes to black men. It's that part of she's at least 10 years on me. She even admitted that she hates men now. It's sad. Exactly. And you know what, Vintage? A lot of the hate she has, believe it or not, the hate that she has towards black men, I'm going to tell you where that hate is really coming from. She doesn't hate black men. I'm going to tell you what it is. She hates herself for the decisions she has made with those black men. That's really what she's mad about. You know what I mean? It's deeper than that. She's pissed because she made a lot of dumbass decisions with the black men she chose. It's not the black men she's mad with. She's mad with herself. Just like you got a lot of black men out here that wants to be on this hate for black women, but really they are mad with the type of black women they chose. They are mad with the decisions they made. But it's easy to blame it on somebody else. It's called displaced anger. That's what it's called. Yeah, hello?
Yeah, you don't answer your phone. Call her.
I didn't hear my phone ringing. Okay, yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up, but I want to make my last few points before I get ready to shut everything down. Let me just make these last few points here. Um, let me see. The next thing is, yeah, I had to call everyone. I apologize about that. Yeah, my husband had called. This is the next point. Don't expose too much of what you have gone through, because some of these men will play you on your intelligence and desperation. Women, we talk too much. We talk too much. And the reason I state that is a lot of y'all put too much of your business out there. You tell these men everything about yourself when y'all are just dating. Y'all let them know all of what y'all going through, the last man that dogged you, this and that. You tell all of your sob stories. And while you think this man is sympathizing with you, he's taking all of that in so he can use you. You thinking he's caring, you thinking he is sympathizing, when really he's listening to all your bull so he knows how to play you. So a lot of y'all, as black women, you need to stop telling these brothers everything you have gone through when you don't know them that well. Certain things you don't need to put out until you've been with somebody for a long time and y'all kind of built like a connection and some trust. Now, the last thing is, if you see you're not getting anywhere with these type of dudes, you need to be single for a while, because something you're not doing right. I say all that to say this. If you keep picking up guys that are using you, lying to you, that is all you are attracting, something is wrong, sis. You may have to do some self-evaluation. You need to look into your inner self and find out, why do you keep picking up dudes or attracting dudes that keep using you and lying to you? Oh, and I agree, and I'm sure it's all over, Priest, definitely. Y'all have to make better decisions when it comes to the men that you choose. Don't blame these men. Don't point the finger at them, because a lot of y'all, as black women, we need to take accountability. We need to be smart. You need to pray for spiritual discernment. Ask God to show you if you're struggling in that area and you're not smart with the type of men that you are choosing. Ask God to give you spiritual discernment so you can gain wisdom and learn what to be cautious of. and learn what to be more particular of. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that we have to do. So again, I hope everybody learned something from today's content. Take these tips that I have told you about avoiding these builder bums. Ladies, it is time for us to wise up. We have to use more diligence. We have to use common sense. Like I said, I'll do a quick run over. Stop looking for that. Stop looking for men to be the fathers of your children. Stop looking for these quick instant daddies. Stop getting in relationships with men when you didn't get past your last relationship. Don't be so independent that you set yourself up to be used. Be realistic with your standards. Let a man get his stuff together before he moves in on you and your turf. Um, Make sure you check his criminal record and make sure he's not a registered sex offender. If y'all both made plans and you see he's not following through, it's time to get rid of him. Don't tell too much of your business. And also, until you start making better decisions with men, you may need to take a chill pill with relationships. Let me see. If every man you ever been with ain't shit, they still ain't shit, but you're also the problem, or you wouldn't be a catnip for them. Exactly. Classic Ruby. Exactly. That is the part that a lot of women have to understand. You have to be careful. If you keep picking up dudes that ain't worth a crap, then evidently there's something wrong that you're doing. So anyway, y'all, on that note, I'm gonna get ready to wrap everything up. I again, for those of you who did not check out my content yesterday, I did a part one, the builder bums. If you are just now catching part two, you may want to check that out, so that way you can have a real clear understanding on the content that I did today. So make sure you check that out. Secondly, I am going to do a content for the men on how to avoid uh rodents. Rodents meaning these overgrown hood rats. These women that are too grown to be hood rats, but still have that hood rat mentality. They're all about using men to get what they want. They're all about using the system to get what they want. I'm going to go ahead and get that content ready for you guys. I already looked out for you ladies. I did y'all content on how to avoid builder bums. Now it's time for me to do the content for the guys on how to avoid these possums, these rodents, these overgrown hood rats who are grown, full-grown women who ought to know better, who ought to be doing things different, but they're still in that hood rat mentality. So make sure you tune in, guys, because the next content is specifically going to be for y'all. Ladies, y'all know y'all are more than welcome to come as well. This channel is very non-biased. I don't just do content just for women, and I don't do content just for men. I make sure I address both men and women. So the next content is going to be for the guys. I may upload that by Thursday night. So make sure you guys, and if you ladies, you want to stop by and tune in, you are more than welcome. So that is going to be the next content for the men, how to avoid rodents, these possums, these overgrown hood rats. So on that note, it's been real, y'all. Make sure you thumb up, please. If you want to donate, donate to my PayPal. You're not obligated. That's if you choose to. And yeah, just make sure you like, share, subscribe, share this content. It's a sister out there that's probably with a builder bum. Maybe she don't think she's with one. If you give her and share this content with her, maybe it'll be an eye opener. So you never know. But again, y'all, it's been real. It is your girl, Lady Mocha. Remember, I'm gonna always pour you a cup of truth, and I will always break you off with a slice of knowledge. Love y'all. Take care. Hope to see y'all soon. Be blessed.